This is Michi Hoyer, this is Avid Chronic Racing, and this is the first try, first test, first race around Sebring in the iRacing Formula Renault 2.0 series. We've already joined the room. It's a Sebring 12-hour road course track version. We got 17 turns, and with me is my track engineer Robert. So hello Robert, how are you doing today? This is very true, and I'm considerably happy that Robert is finally back after his courses of studies. And I just have a go out in the car, so Robert can immediately see if there's any issue, any big issue we can fix. As I already upgraded the rear wing a bit, and I do not know whether this was a very good thing or not. Definitely trying to focus more about that braking thing. Alright, if you don't hear anything that Robert said, that might mean I need to go even more aggressive on the sound settings. No, there is no game sound. That is also the case. So I'm gonna restart my OBS in a quick second, so please wait.
And so here we are back live again, and I think meanwhile you guys should be able to hear what Robert is saying. So I hope you guys are gonna feel alright now. So Robert, let's do a double check and see whether the guys are hearing you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
At least on my OBS that gives us some go out. And here's my setup, have a quick look on it, what could cause the rear end to be so wonky. And meanwhile I wait on the chat guys to confirm that sound is fine now. Thank you, Alexander.
Preload. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Just go to the 0 and also the toe. The lack of toe also doesn't really help. But for now, try the
toe out, a toe in the back?
Yeah, put some toe in at the back, maybe. I mean, that's right now you have toe out. I believe it's the positive number that means.
Yeah, we are looking for a positive number. So
exactly.
What I also experienced and learned from teammates though is that in iRacing you basically need a very oversteery car in order to be real quick. However, you don't want to have it that oversteery that you're gonna crash to death. That is
exactly
not the intention.
First you need First you need a car which you feel comfortable with. If you don't have a comfortable car, there is no point in having a fast car because you can't really use it. Whoa, this guy is really awesome. Rip.
Bit.
Hello, Razor. Good to see you. I really hope that many other typical guys that we have in our chats will appear. I missed some of the guys that are usually around.
Oh yeah, I missed them too. But we all have missed you, so it's good to see you back into the first place. We see what else is happening.
Yeah, I still have 2 exams left, but they are quite a bit along the way. I mean, another is on Friday and the last one is on Thursday. Not this, but the next one. But yeah, that means that I have some time to do this, to be back at streaming. So that's actually really good news for me, because I really enjoy doing this. It actually relaxes me. Also seeing you sometimes in rage mode is actually pleasing. Sorry.
Oh, I want to get rid of that mode though.
I want that too, but the only way for me to get rid of that mode from you is to get you a car which you are so happy with that you're gonna get pole position and race wins at any that you are in.
That would be great. But there's a long way to go, since this is the first time I do have a drive around Sebring in iRacing.
Sebring is really nice track. I actually really like this track, even though it's not my type actually. I mean, it's quite flat track. It has really weird angles at some corners, but somehow it works. I'm not really sure why it just clicks with me. I'm more like a Suzuka guy who got his land.
Or Road America.
Road America. Road America, maybe not so much. A bit more like Road Atlanta. Road America is actually quite similar to Sebring in so many ways. It's also quite flat.
I disagree on that a bit, but anyway, let's see how to get this car here dialed in down quick. We got a good 6 minutes to go. I feel like, especially in slow corners, there's a lot of understeer.
What is that?
I still think in general the car is understeery. However, if I get braking stuff wrong, it's pretty oversteery. Could be maybe brake balance, I do not know.
Could be, but at least for me it looks more like something's a bit stiff on the front end. We can actually soften up the front end, which should make some weight transfer a bit easier for the car to make, which actually should create more oversteer, sorry, and more pointy car on entry, which is exactly what you need right now, because I can already see that the understeer starts already on the entry phase of the corner.
Copy. Alright, there are some silly bumps in that turn 8 or 9, whatever that is. So, anyway, I have a look at the set.
Yeah, this bump is something special. But yeah, I think it might be the lost control in that corner might be due to you bottoming out there.
Yeah,
That
I felt so
could be.
too.
Also, 160 kPa. You once told me that 160 felt like too overinflated sometimes, so maybe going a bit lower with tire pressure should actually help you.
I did that.
You once told me that 155, 150 is the sweet spot with this car for you, at least for you. So we can try this, and then to get rid of this understeer, we need to just give me a quick
there's
look
the chassis
into...
opened.
Yeah. Okay, now I have it open for me. Oh, that's the culprit. That's the culprit. What's really wrong here is your bump stiffness is off the charts. It really needs to go way down. I mean, maybe not way down, but let's not get crazy, and go with bump stiffness 13, not 16. And whoa, your front right height is 15 millimeters, and I think it's really low.
Well, yeah, that is
let's raise it up just a bit, just to prevent it from bottoming out on over those few bumps.
Try to go like that again.
Let's try this. 16 millimeters, yeah. Sure, why not?
Would you keep the rear anti-roll bar at soft, or would you keep?
Yes, I would, because I don't want to do too many things at once.
Okay.
Right now, if that works, what I already told you to do, then I'm happy. But if it doesn't work, I'm gonna do once again a bit lower with front bump stiffness, going a bit lower, and that's because for the new ones that might actually be still learning this sort of stuff, when I lower the bump stiffness, what I actually do is allowing the compression of the front springs to go a bit quicker. There is less resistance in compressing the front end, which makes the weight transfer a lot faster to the front, and therefore you get a lot more bite on the front end because of the more weight. Because if you load a tire to a certain degree, the more the tire is loaded, the more you can stress it in both directions, both longitudinal and lateral. That's why cars actually work with downforce. Downforce is basically a mass which presses down on tires, which allow them to work harder with the road.
And thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Matt, to answer your question, yep, that race is going to start in a good 2 to 3 minutes, the actual race session. So we just get a final shot in the final testing lap in order to see the setup changes work. I already gained a little bit time out of last corner, now to try to focus to get in a clean lap and see what we can do.
And also, hey Chris, I believe I missed greeting you. Also, hello Janis or Yanis, I'm not sure which is the correct way to pronounce it, but just don't be angry with me if I did.
That is Yanis, yeah.
Yanis, okay. And hello Matt, good to see you. And also hello to every other guy that is watching us but doesn't say much on chat. We are also very much welcomed.
Dan, I want to finish that lap, please. Just one lap finished. Come on, push it.
But how the car feels like?
It feels better, definitely better.
Good, because I wasn't really paying attention to the
it was not actually quicker, it just was a better balance, that is for sure. So So that was 3 liters used per 2 laps.
And hello David, our new subscriber. I'm not gonna say your first part of the name. I'm not that brave.
That did the 2 minutes 2.1, which is dang. Could not even look at what that was worth. The other thing though, the optimal dropped, or I could not really reach the optimal of the time sector wise, but oh well. Thank you, David, for your hint.
Do you feel that you can still go a bit lower with the settings? Because if you feel like it was on the limit, then we're not gonna go any lower than this. But if you feel that there is something to spare, then we should totally do this.
If any, I would go lower with the front end to give it a little bit more downforce in the front.
Well, you could, but you know what it actually brings with it. It can actually bottom out in some place, and I'm not really sure if risking bottoming out in some random place is worth the little bit more front downforce.
I just took that on and tried to make it to that corner where it really matters.
Okay.
Because if that is alright, and I got some 30 seconds to go there, and this is gonna be damn close. Don't think I'm gonna make it through that apex. So. But going with a little lower front end, that is actually what I learned last time around, and I'm not going to make it. Now that is clear right now to me. I feel like doing a lot better with a lower front end. Just feels like there's much more grip available in general.
Yeah, yeah, it should be like this, but and I would totally go with the lowest settings possible. The only thing that's preventing me from suggesting you from going as low as possible is actually the risk of bottoming out, and if the bottoming out, it would be really severe. Losing even entire race is not worth it.
Sure. Well, I just stay like it is now. I can change it after qualifying if necessary. Usually. I just keep trying now, and I need to go immediately out because lap time is a good 2 minutes. And it feels more oversteery. Not sure whether this is because of the weight being removed in the back, or the front just producing so much downforce right now, but we're gonna see it very soon, I think.
I'm more curious to see how the car handles on the qualifying lap. On the out lap, it can do whatever.
Yeah,
really
sure.
Interested how it feels in the out lap. Many really great setups that I've made felt really sketchy on the out laps. It came alive during the first, second, third time lap, so that's exactly when I'm really happy with the setup. I don't like setups which feel great on the out lap but suck during the qualifying lap, which is exactly when it matters to be fast.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same. And yeah, I've been following Michi for some time now, cooperating with him. He totally learns. iRacing is a new platform for him, so he needs to learn how it operates. He's in disadvantageous position compared to all the people that race in iRacing for years, and and they have all the habits that are really required for the sim to work the best. But he learns. I can actually say that after watching him for... Okay, what happened?
I got exactly a clue what was happening. That was something I changed for today's thing on the iRacing launcher or on the iRacing. Can I please rejoin the session? There is a damn qualifying going on. Please.
Oh boy.
That is running full screen, no limit on FPS. That is the first time now this error reappears. And
boy oh boy.
The session is joined, I do know. I cannot or if I withdraw from the session, so what I basically need to do is wait until I can rejoin the session, which takes a good 2 or 3 minutes to update, and then there is no time left for me doing any lap.
Yay! Let's do a karaoke session for the 2 minutes.
Yep, very true.
Rammstein, maybe? It should be easy for you.
Now I can click join session. That costed some 2.5 valuable minutes. Could be only just enough to making me not post any lap time in, since 8 minutes is very short-handed anyway, and we had like 2.5 minutes to come to the point where the game crashed.
Remember, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Oh yeah, pretty good feature.
This feature challenges you to go and blast everyone away from the back. So I'm not even mad.
I do not like limiting FPS. It somewhat gives me the kind of feeling I have input lag from the wheel to the game.
Well, you shouldn't have, actually.
Graphics, advanced, that is limited, that is done, that is repairs needed. Yeah, and that is 2 minutes and something. Oh, yeah. I won't be able to post in a lap. As soon as I just started, the session will be over. So that is we starting from the very back in I think what is a single split race.
Once again, yay!
Yeah, I know. I mean, the good thing about this is yet several people do not have a time set, but what do I care? I mean, do not get the time set either. Lubomir Moric is racing in a 1:58.9. In testing, I did at least a 2 minutes 2.2. I do think though that several people got very good dialed in setups there. So let's have a look at my game settings.
And also Sebring is really good driver's track. It's actually drivers which enjoy driving around Sebring and feel really comfortable with. It's sometimes even weird corners, which for example is the last one. I always find myself thinking, what's the best approach for this corner? And there is like a million approaches, and yeah, guys that drove really lots of laps around this track have large advantage over the other guys.
So anyone knows how much fuel to be used? That is someone saying 22.5. I just put that. Hope to be fine probably. Maybe I use even less because not being used to the
Go
track
with
completely.
24, just to be safe.
I just can't pick 25 then.
20. Go with 25. I think it's.
Okay.
I remember you being all crazy mad when you lost the. What was it? Third place? Second place? Because of the.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
And I don't think having this extra 2.5 liters is actually going to slow you down.
Okay, 22.5 liters. Anyway, it's 25 liters now. The grid is set.
Good.
I'm not starting that last though. I'm starting P17. So, okay, take that.
Could be worse.
Exactly, could be a lot worse. So we put in immediately session best lap to see how we are gonna improve lap time wise during the course. And well, other than that, we just hope to have clean racing. Happily, no Scott Speed is around.
Well, he's suspended, so I believe. Or he created another account and maybe.
I don't even
No.
want to know. I just saw what happened there and I was pretty impressed and pretty unhappy and pretty embarrassed and disappointed about what I was seeing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Scott
David.
Speed just wasn't quick enough to be in front, and with guys going around him, he just got frustrated and wanted to crush them on purpose. For the guys that didn't know, Scott Speed is a former Formula 1 driver which got suspended recently for malicious driving when he tried to crush other people from the track on purpose.
Alright, lights should come up soon. Here we are.
I can hear no shouting, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, I think we're in 10th.
Really smart driving. Opportunistic, but smart. I'm really curious what's the pace like for the other guys. So I'm gonna use this as a benchmark for our future work on setup. Really smart. Rip. The other guy, I think, crashed.
Yeah, I think so too.
He basically disappeared. I was seeing him in a relative window and boom, he wasn't there. Maybe he lost connection.
No, I think he spun out to the right hand side and then quickly got overtaken by a still pretty close pack.
Yeah, that's also the possibility. But until now, your driving has been really smart. I'm actually impressed.
Thank you. I would not say I feel comfortable, but I feel okay.
Yeah, the car actually looks really nice. I'm not seeing any major issues with handling.
There is a bump in turn 1 that keeps letting the car go sideways. Stay away
Yeah,
from
I saw that.
curbs.
Yeah, that was bottoming out. Yeah, that's you wanting to go as low as possible.
No, it's alright, it's gonna even out throughout the session, since with loss of weight we're gonna climb the 1 or other millimeter.
At least I hope it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, same here.
But 201.2.
In 7.
In the next 2-3 laps we're gonna have a better picture of your pace compared to the guys on the front. If that's gonna look quite okay, I think we're gonna have a real chance for at least 4th.
And the car is a bit too front end happy.
I'm trying to figure out what means front end happy.
I mean, a little bit too pointy on the front, whereas the rear is not able to really follow.
Oh, okay. That's actually an easy fix. Really easy fix. But right now, just focus on getting the most out of what you have right
208.
now. Okay, you are on somewhat similar pace to Sergey in front of you, but he is closing in on Stefano, which will result in them fighting and slowing each other down. So don't really try to push your absolute limits. It should actually come to you within 2-3 laps.
Copy. I keep missing the apex.
Lock
that
the
though.
wheel. And what's even funny, it looked like it was the rear end locking up.
Wow, you missed the braking point there.
Yeah. That's why I'm puzzled with this last corner. Doesn't matter what sim.
Yeah. totally hear you.
Also, guys from the chat, if you have any questions to me or to Michi, if I'm gonna be able to answer for him, I will totally do so. So if you have any questions, just ask away. If it's setup related, it's sim racing related, whatever, you can actually talk about anything you want. With exceptions, exception for trucks. Whoa, this Stefano is really quick right now.
He spun, or nearly spun.
Yeah. Sergey just overtook him, so if he almost spun, he has his tires overheated for at least few corners now, so he's gonna be an easy target. Christus, AMG, easy. If you ask me why AMG, it's because it's the most direct car out of all of them. It's I really need the car to be as direct as possible, and most of them are somewhat, I'm not gonna say indirect, because that's not true. It's just AMG is the most direct out of them, and that's my natural pick, and I believe Michi is also a fan of AMG, so...
Fully agree.
Alexander, to improve as a driver, that's a really tricky question, because that really depends on what you really want to improve. If you want to improve in overall driving, then Skippy USF 2000, purely for its characteristics. This car really benefits a driver which drives smoothly, which treats pedals, wheel, the steering wheel, that is, as almost a fluid, just smoothly turning and applying throttle brake. It really teaches you the patience behind the wheel with your inputs. So I would say any car that punishes you for bad driving the most is the best car to make you improve as a driver. Don't go for the easy cars which pushing them only benefit you with lap time. Just sometimes it just embeds your bad habits. Just go with the hardest car that you can find, which is also well done, because if the car is hard but it's not well done, it can behave not properly when you are actually driving properly, and that actually doesn't teach you at all. So I'm gonna say go with the cars, official ones, and preferably the newer ones.
You gotta be kidding. That's race
Rip.
done. Yep. How? That guy just hit the brakes in front of me. Look at that.
Well, he was almost spinning, so
Yeah,
I
but spin
can't
off
blame
the
him.
track. Yeah, but spin off the track then. Oh man.
Well, no one wants to spin, so his natural way of
Oh yeah,
saving
I should have
himself.
backed off Ray before the corner. I knew he was gonna go wide anyway. So
Yeah,
I hope that towing will fix my car, will it? Any idea, anyone? I just wanted that to finish that race. So it was a perfect race till there.
it really was. You were actually in hunt for P5.
I was going quicker, I was hitting my marks, I was even getting better on the car balance, I even got the braking things right, I got the lines right. I got literally everything right. And that guy is still able to drive.
For me, what you listed is the positives that you should actually treat like this. Positives. So don't feel bad because of this. Of course you're gonna lose some I rating because of this, but you're gonna regain it sooner or later. It's, for me, sim racing is always about improvement, not improvement in points, not improvement in lap times, it's improvement in your overall performance, your overall skill. So if you feel that you started slowly and with lap by lap improving yourself with your driving and handling of the car, then I shouldn't really ask for more than that.
I will keep doing the optional repairs. And hope that is
Well,
fine.
Alexander, the only issue is Zandvoort is not finished. It's actually remodeled right now. So I wouldn't really go with this because at the state that it was in when it was released, it was really unfinished. So no, I wouldn't go with the... Actually, what I would try would be NOLA and USF 2000. Why? Because Skippy hasn't been updated for a while and it doesn't have the newest iterations of changes in physics department, like tires, newest chassis flex. I mean, it has chassis flex, but it doesn't have the newest version and the other stuff. So if you want to really have a good workout to practice your skill, I'm gonna say USF is a bit better. It's a nice car to practice. It's not the best car to race or anything like this, but it's a nice car to polish your skill.
Andy, to be totally honest with you, that guy went wide on that exit 3 times in a row while I was sitting behind him, and at no point he spun out. He just took the very same line ever and ever again, and he ran wide twice or 3 times or 4 times, and he did not spin back like he did right now. So I was just like, alright, you just keep going and then pass him on the straight. Unfortunately though, he lost it.
Yeah, you were just unfortunate, but I mean, it's very important. I need to give a shout out to Empty Box for his recent videos, 2 of them actually. The one that he made, why, I can't remember what was it called, but he was talking about improving as a racer, improving iRating and so on. He was talking about why sometimes you need to look at yourself when you get into trouble, when you may think that, oh geez, I once again was taken out by this guy, or once again someone was a douchebag and didn't do this or that, and it ruined your race. And what he said is, if you do this, if it happens to you over and over and over again, maybe sometimes it needs to be considered that maybe a part of the issue is your approach. And he said that realizing that if you already know that some people do mistake here or there, it might be safer to not push entirely and just lift a bit as a safety feature, safety approach behind this guy, because you know that he drives dangerously. Just making sure you don't stumble upon a guy which doesn't have control over his car. That was his conclusion in that video, and I really agree with him. It's really important to measure yourself when it's safe, when it's better and safer to actually live, to go a bit wide in some places when you see from a distance that the car in front of you is out of control. And that's actually a really good tip.
Anyway, guys, with that session to have found an end, I would compromise this end of the stream by doing Porsche 911 around Interlagos. Would you be up for that, Robert?
I'm up for anything that you want to do. I'm
Alright,
totally
let's
down.
shut this down. Come back in a good 5 to 10 minutes when it's the Porsche 911 iRacing Cup around Interlagos for the very first time. And then we can see what we can do there. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you all to the new subscribers. You're doing a really good job, and I see you back in a good 5 to 10 minutes.
See you guys in a while.